the exit, you motherfuckers!
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mario Kart tier list, and we have officially hit the halfway point. Round of applause, everybody! I really want to take a quick moment to just say thanks to everybody who has wasted their time watching me. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into some tier listing. We are entering the DLC page, and we're going to be looking at the Golden Dash Cup, which has Tour Paris Promenade, 3DS Toad Circuit, N64 Choco Mountain, and Wii Coconut Mall. And boy, do I have some things to say about these. Starting off with Paris Promenade, and we're going to keep in mind when these tracks were released. So this was a part of the Wave 1. So this is like, hey, we just announced in this Nintendo Direct that we're going to be adding DLC courses to this almost decade-old game. And they're going to just be lazily ported over from the mobile game. So this is the first one that's actually from Mario Kart Tour. And this one's okay. I will say I do like the ideas of these ones, like kind of where you loop like different sections of it each lap. But I feel like with these like city courses, like it gets pretty boring real quick. I don't know. This is definitely one of the more boring out of them, but this was also like one of the first ones released, so it was definitely like they were kind of getting stuff ready, certainly. But also you had like all these years to do this, and you could have just made these from the ground up, but whatever, I don't know anything about game development. Let's go off of the visuals. So I'm going to be probably saying this a good bit. All of these tracks look like shit. This one looks horrible. If we compare this to the cup like I just finished, which was the last one of the base game, those tracks look majestic. Like those are like art. This is what your little brother draws on the Chili's like kids menu. So here we're entering like the third and final lap where you go this way this time. Little gliding section, and this is kind of cool. A little bit right here. You go against everyone else driving, even though everyone just passed by before we could see anything. But that's the only thing this course has going for it. Like what, I'm driving underneath the Eiffel Tower? Oh my god. Wow, that's awesome. The Eiffel Tower from my mobile game. And also just the scaling is weird. Like some of these tracks just like feel either too big or awkward to drive on. I think this is one of them. Like that turn right there, it's just like really wide. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff wrong with these that feel off. So our first DLC track, this one is probably like a D tier. Toad Circuit. If I could skip this one, I would. This is the worst track in this whole entire game. And no, seriously, I don't think there's any track that's worse than this one. This one looks like it was made out of Lego Duplo. Toad Circuit, this track is just absolutely horrible. It looks horrible. Like, look at this. No textures. I don't know how when they were developing this, or no, I'm not even going to say developing this, when they ported over the model from Tour and put it into here. I don't know how they forgot that you can add textures to stuff. Yeah, this is like bottom of the barrel. This might have to get its own separate tier below F. Hey, interesting how Toad Circuit, this is the worst track in the game, and the worst track in the game before this was Toad's Turnpike. So I think the point that we need to learn here is that Toad should not be allowed to make courses. But yeah, and the other thing is, like, this is just the most basic circuit track ever. It's the first track on Mario Kart 7. This track just has nothing going for it, and it looks horrible too. This definitely plays okay. I think like those turns right there are a little bit weird, just where everything's positioned. But yeah, I hate this one. Worst track in the whole game right here. N64 Choco Mountain. This one is alright. I think this one looks fine, but it still looks like it was made for iPhones. That's going to be the other problem with these, is like these, I think the scaling is just really wrong on these. Some of them feel too long, some of them feel too fast, and the turns are weird. It's just like, you can definitely tell that these tracks weren't made for this game. They were made for swiping your fat thumb on your phone screen. Yeah, this one's alright. I like this right here, where you kind of go along the edge. I do know that this one changed vastly from the original. Right here, okay, I remember this. This was a section that was prominent in the trailers and the promotional material. I remember seeing the announcement for DLC courses for the first time. I was so excited. I was like, Coconut Mall! Oh, that's my favorite track from my favorite Mario Kart game! Oh my god, then we're getting back! And just going absolutely nuts, like at the dinner table. And I remember that section right there with the falling rocks and seeing like comparison videos. People were like, whoa, this fishbone in the wall is nearly identical to the mobile game. And that's when I knew it was over. I thought about it a time or two before, but I would much rather have taken 2 or 4 cups that were like the original game's DLC that looked like exactly like the base game than just take a bunch of shitty mobile games, because this definitely feels like a quality over quantity type situation. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm gonna definitely be blowing through these. I think the videos have been about 10 minutes long on average, and I think they're gonna be like 8 or 9 now with these. See, it's like I want to talk about the visuals of this one, but this track looks like raisins were like pushed together to make like a little mountain. Yeah, I just really have nothing to say about this one. Well, I like the 3 like ramps at the end. Like I don't know, this one's just really basic. Yeah, I don't know where I want to put this one yet. These are all just going to be low, which that's going to be the problem with this, because we're not going to get to like a higher tier one until like the end when they look a little bit better, and some of them are like a little bit fun. Coconut Mall. This is one of the best tracks from the Wii and one of the best tracks in this whole entire game, is what I would say if they didn't fucking ruin it. I just can't even stand to look at this track. It's absolutely ruined. Look at that. The nasty, disgusting, saturated look. The the Minecraft like block looking stores. And I'm not saying like the detailed Minecraft builds that some people do. I'm saying like a little kid like building an all diamond block Minecraft house. See, this one is just so short. Like, look at this. We're already almost at the end. And I swear to God, this hasn't even been like 20 seconds. And look at this right here. Oh my God, the parking lot. They ruined the parking lot. They have this stupid like bouncing convertibles that spin every once in a while instead of the back and forth with the speed ramps. And you know what the other thing is? They originally the cars didn't move at all. They didn't move at all, and people complained and bitched about it. Respectfully, they did, like they should, because they ruined it. And then they're like, "Oh, we'll fix that up. We'll fix that up. We can't ruin the best track in all of Mario Kart." And they just made it like slightly better. Which, I mean, I get that, but like, would you rather have diarrhea or shit? Like look at this. We're almost done with this. And here's the other thing. This section feels so like small. I feel like before it made sense, like to have like you could dodge all the cars, but that just like is over before you know it. Like, and we can go through the store. This is fine. That's pretty much the same as the original. Oh, here's the other thing. I know plenty of people complain about this, but the escalators right here. I love the original where it was like you had to make a almost last second decision on which way to go. But this it just outright tells you it's this game is made for babies. Yeah, and these tracks just look so bright and horrible. Like, there was a sort of realism that they had going, like in the base game, which I think looks amazing. Like, it still keeps, like, Mario Kart vibes, but the tracks look amazing. And I know what a lot of people use to defend this is like, oh, I love how my tracks look more like Mario. Like, I think that's just an excuse for having, like, shitty Rush DLC. This track is not as good as it once was. I'm just thinking, look at how they massacred my boy. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Back on our tier list. We're going to add some of these DLC courses here. And this is what I was talking about. I have like the first top half of this filled up, and the bottom half isn't. These are the tracks that are going to fill the bottom half. Tour Paris Promenade, I don't know. I don't care enough about these tracks. I think this is better than Baby Park, but worse than Ice Ice Outpost. I would rather play on Ice Ice Outpost. Yeah, the track that I was like shitting on the last 2 videos. Yeah, I would rather play on that one. 3DS Toad Circuit. Right there at the very bottom. What, I'm going to make a G tier? No, it's just going to stay at the bottom right there. Worst track in this whole game. It looks horrible. It plays horrible. It's just an absolute nothing burger. N64 Choco Mountain. I think this is a little bit better of the courses out of this cup. I think I'm going to put it right here. Right above Sweet Sweet Canyon and below Hyrule Circuit. And Wii Coconut Mall. Okay, don't get me wrong. I would love to absolutely put this in S tier and be like, yeah, I'm glad they brought back Coconut Mall, but I don't feel that way. I think it's better than Choco Mountain and Paris Promenade, but is it better than Mario Kart Stadium? I think it's better than Mario Kart Stadium. But that's also like a Wendy's burger is better than a McDonald's burger. Like they're practically the same, and one is a little bit better. I'm gonna put Coconut Mall below Wario Stadium. Right there and above Dry Dry Desert. I think that's pretty fair. Alright, so there we go. There's our tier list that we have made together with the first batch of DLC courses added. And I can't wait to add all the rest of them and see this thing finally filled out. It really hasn't hit me yet how like we are actually halfway through on this thing. But yeah, I'm excited to finish this, and I'm excited to do some more stuff after this. So, alright, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye. Would you rather have diarrhea or shit?